Sticking with that, GM holding its investor day. Holding its investor day today. I figured that. It's holding its investor day. Phil LeBeau. Doesn't that mean it would be today? I think that's what we'd mean. Phil LeBeau joins us now with a preview. I try to use as few words as possible. I know that doesn't seem that way, Phil. But what's happening?
Huge day for General Motors, Joe, and it all centers around where's the next leg of growth for this company. When you look at what's going to be happening today, a series of presentations starting with CEO Mary Barra. We'll hear from the president, Mark Royce, on down through a number of the folks leading various divisions. The next stage of growth is the overall theme here, but it's all going to circle around EVs and AVs, electric and autonomous vehicles. What's the potential there for General Motors? They see a lot of potential. They want to create recurring revenue streams. And when you look at what's happening with electric and autonomous vehicles for GM, keep in mind that they're investing $35 billion in EVs and AVs, rolling out new products. We talked about the Hummer, which is going to be rolling out later this year. You've got the Cadillac Lyriq. And then there's also things like the Cruise Origin, which we haven't seen that yet, although we've seen it in a test phase out in San Francisco. That's potentially going to be a huge revenue driver in the years ahead. Remember, they've got 30 EVs coming to market by 2025. The EV market is primed to explode, not just for General Motors, but for the entire industry. We've talked about this a number of times. They're expected to hit 1 million in annual sales for electric vehicles in this country by 2025. That's going to be about 8 to 10% of the U.S. market, depending on how quickly Americans convert over to electric vehicles. As you take a look at shares of General Motors, keep in mind we're showing you a 2-year chart here because there was really a nice run-up late last year when people said, oh, look what they're doing with electric vehicles. This is the time to get in on General Motors. But it has plateaued for the most part over the last 6 months. Today, Mary Barra is going to outline a vision for this company's growth, not just over the next couple of years, but further out. We're talking 5 and 10 years, guys. And the whole point of this is for them to say General Motors will be a player in electric and autonomous vehicles, not just rolling them out, but creating recurring revenue streams, breaking free of the model where it was sell it to the dealer, get your money. They want to go into having a relationship with the consumer and with their customers on a whole different level. Guys, back to you.
Phil, I like talking GM, and I love Mary Barra and everything else, and I don't know what to think of how they're going to do it. I guess we will know once we watch whether they'll become a huge player, but it's a very competitive space, and Tesla is in the driver's seat, so to speak, and everybody's going to want to get into it.
There is no doubt. And they know that here, Joe. They know that Tesla is the leader when it comes to electric vehicles.
But here's my question.
They believe that they will.
I got a question coming. It's not about GM. It's a personal question about Tesla and about the S, and people are probably going to get mad. Now, I have considered an EV, but it's a Taycan, and because I like the way they look.
Right.
I'm sick of the S. I'm sick of seeing the S. Is there a?
Right.
I can only imagine what Elon can come up with if he starts even the 911. Each year it gets a little cooler looking in terms of what they do. Just small changes. Is there anything in the works to change the body style, Phil? To update it, to make it cooler, to make it an impulse buy for me with the S?
I get no sense that there is anything in the works, Joe.
Why?
Now, look, we could be surprised. Why? Their model has been set up where they have done some slight tweaks to their vehicles at Tesla, but they do not have the same approach that you see with traditional automakers, where you see a regeneration of these vehicles.
Some of them big fins.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.